friend of mine reminded me, dude, we're the punk rock generation X DIY, dude, DIY. I'm like, oh yeah, DIY. And so it put the spark in me to self-publish, and I don't regret it.
I am chatting with my good friend Josh Douglas today. We are Generation X. We're the independent, resourceful, and pragmatic ones, famously dubbed the latchkey generation. We grew up in it with a healthy dose of self sufficiency, raised on MTV soundtracks and endless creativity. When I first moved to America, I was absolutely glued to MTV. I lived for it. I dreamed of becoming a VJ like Tabitha Soren. Fun fact, my art director in New York was actually featured on House of Style with Cindy Crawford in MTV. Anyone remember that? You remember that show? And I especially liked Pee Wee's Playhouse. I still do. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen in the UK. So wild, colorful, and like wonderfully bizarre. We were the first generation bridging the analog and digital world. We're known for our adaptability and cynicism. Yeah. Generation X, baby. So Josh and I, we went to college together. Shout out to Menlo College. He just released a fantastic book titled The Vampire, The Tutor and The Madman, available now on Amazon. I had the pleasure of reading this early on, an unedited copy, and I genuinely could not put it down. It's a cliche. I know that sounds like a cliche, but no, it's true. Action packed, full of unexpected twists, and utterly engrossing. Highly recommend. So, do you believe in vampires? Do you? I can't really say that I do, but fairies. Oh, I think I always have and always will believe in fairies. Man, it's been a long time.
If you did the math, it's over 30 years, which is terrifying to think about.
30 years?
Well, I think I last saw you 2001-ish, 2000,
Yeah.
maybe.
When you saved my life.
Huh?
I think the last time I saw you, we were hiking and there was this jump that you made and I didn't clear it and you had to pull me up and I'm like, "Dude, you just saved my life." And you're like, "Nah, I think you would have broken a leg or an arm. I didn't like save your life."
That might have been Castle Rock.
Palo Alto.
Yeah, I was big into Castle Rock. That was my spot. Yeah.
Where are you in relation to Taipei?
5.5 hours south. I'm down in the second largest city, which is called Kaohsiung. It's sort of a new international city. It's pretty cool. We've got beaches. Um, no lie, 15 minutes ago, I'm sitting on the couch and I'm listening to monkeys fighting in the jungle.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I live right by Monkey Mountain. Yeah, we've got beaches, we've got jungles. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't realize like Taiwan's like a pretty rich country. Do you have free high speed internet? Everyone's got free high speed internet. I
Oh no,
read
we
that somewhere.
we have to pay for ours, and it's about $80 US a year.
A year.
Yeah, so some things here are really cheap. Milk, beef, and cars are expensive. We've got the most expensive milk in the world. But yeah, but daily live, I mean, coming from San Francisco, it's like, wow. Yeah, I think it's really affordable. The healthcare here is fantastic. All the doctors speak English. I got an MRI. It was like $150 US out of pocket. And
Shut the
that's like
front door.
shut the front door. It's like 5 grand in the States. Like you go to the dentist here, it's not a dental assistant. The dentist himself does the teeth cleaning, and it's like $5.
Oh, Jesus. Like 250. And that is covered under my like plan. That's preventative care, but it's a $250.
Yeah, like yeah, so yeah, I'm staying here as long as I can, as long as they'll let me. But yeah, it's pretty easy living.
Why is milk so expensive?
because they don't have a lot of land. I mean, there's a lot of mountains here, but dairy cows usually prefer cold weather, and so our most of our milk is imported from Australia, New Zealand, and Japan.
So what's the main sort of milk? Oat milk, hemp milk,
Soy
soy,
milk.
soy.
Yeah, but no, I mean, there's milk here. It's just it, it's pretty expensive.
I was in Grenada and they had powdered milk. That was the norm. You
Yeah,
add
in
water to it.
South America, milk comes in a plastic bag.
Soy milk gives me the farts.
I'm not really into milk. I like fancy cheeses.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, no, it's weird. I found like there's like people are like masochistic eaters, and it's like I love the durian, the stinky. I love stinky tofu. I love the super gnarly, like the Stilton cheese, like all that horrendous stuff. I love spicy food. So yeah, I'm like, I've got a masochist palate. Like, yeah, I just like the nasty stuff.
What makes the tofu stinky? Because the tofu I get doesn't smell like anything.
They ferment it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it smells like grandma's farts. Like the smell is just horrendous. I just love the taste.
Specifically grandma's farts.
And I've tried like I'll eat anything. Um, I had rooster testicles. I didn't even know roosters have testicles, but obviously they do. Yeah, I'll eat anything here, but like nothing really puts me off.
Yeah, I didn't know roosters had testicles either. Are they tiny?
No, no, they're good sized.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
surprisingly large. They're just internal. They don't have external ones like we do, or
oh.
not you.
Yeah, no, I am a woman.
A lady.
That's up for debate though, actually, over here in the US. What is a woman?
Yeah, don't get me started.
No,
I'll
we
just
won't. We won't.
I'll get it's not censored. What's the word they're using now when it canceled? Yeah, I'll get canceled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Well, let's talk about your book. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, this is the first edition, and then once I got it in my hands, I found horrible spacing problems. So then I went in, fixed it all, republished it, second edition. It took me 8 months to write, which I think is pretty fast. Then I spent nearly 2 years editing it, and you've heard the phrase "kill your darlings."
Yes.
Some of the hardest parts were just doing the massive deletes of like things I was proud of, things I loved, but I just had to delete them to keep the pace going, keep the plot moving. But yeah, editing's just hell.
I can
Writing is
imagine.
pleasurable. I enjoy writing. I love writing. I like writing, but the editing is just it's not so much that it's tedious, it's just the pain of like deleting your art. And then I spent a solid year trying to find an agent, and they have about a 99.3 rejection rate. And nobody's looking for men's adventure or vampire novels. And yeah, it's just, and it was really hard for me to self-publish. And then a friend of mine reminded me, dude, we're the punk rock generation, X generation. Da, 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 da. DIY, dude, DIY. I'm like, oh yeah, DIY. And so it put the spark in me to self-publish, and I don't regret it.
The Vampire, the Tutor, and the Madman. Yeah, I think I read, I don't know, you were sending me sort of chapters as you wrote them and I was reading them. And you never had an ending. So I'm probably going to start in the middle of this and then read to the end.
It's been so edited from what you've originally read. You might as well start from the beginning because it's clean. It's real clean, and it's readable, if that's a word. But yeah, originally I titled it The Tutor, but that's so ambiguous and vague. It almost sounds like bad erotica. The Tutor. You know?
Yeah.
And so it's like, no, if you're self-publishing, it's all about the algorithms. So the first word is the vampire. And so the vampire, the tutor, and the madman. And the madman adds a sense of mystery, like yeah, and I'm honestly happier with the new title, but I was trying to please the algorithm god.
So, how much research did you do for the book? I'm guessing a lot was taken from your own experiences. I I mean, the book's main character is a mix of like, well, to me, it's like Henry Rollins meets James Bond. Like, who did
Cool.
you have in mind, like building the tutor?
I wanted the main character to be kind of bland, so the reader was able to put their own feet in his shoes, if you will. But yeah, I can't spoil anything, but you
No.
find out later he's a lot more than just an English tutor. He's got a violent past. Um, but as far as research, it takes place in southern China, an area called Yunnan, which I sort of wandered around in for a couple of weeks. So I spent about 3 months in China and then did a solid month around southern China, which is a whole nother world. I mean, it's
Yeah.
nothing like Beijing or Shanghai. It's a whole nother world. Like, see, I saw a woman with bound feet,
Oh
and
shit.
I think they'd all died off 800 years ago. But no, no, no. But like this woman was 107, if not a day. But yeah, she had the bound feet. I was like, whoa. And then I saw women with tattooed faces and necks in China. But yeah, it gets pretty lawless in southern China. Just there's like 300 different indigenous tribes around China. They probably got 500 languages in China. It gets pretty wild. But yeah, so it takes place in a place I've been, so I could relate off that a little bit as far as the landscape details and just the feeling, the atmosphere. But the fun stuff to research was guns and cars.
Guns.
Guns and cars, dude stuff, just like, yeah, like I wanted, because nothing is where I was reading the book the other day, a couple of weeks ago, and the main character, I switched the safety off my Glock. I had to throw the book against the wall. Like anyone who knows anything about guns, they know Glocks don't have safeties. So I was livid. So yeah, I have to do your freaking research if you're talking about something. You make a mistake, people get angry, readers get angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah, so
guns and cars you had to research. Yeah, I didn't know Glocks didn't have a safety. I thought all guns had a safety.
oh no, no, no. Uh, I won't get into horrible detail. You'll think I'm some NRA nut, but yeah, Glocks do not have a safety.
Wow, if they did a search on your computer, oh boy. Look at search
I,
history.
I thought, yeah, that's funny because I thought about that. Like, how long does a body take to decompose? I'm doing red flaggable searches and whatnot.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
rem the place the tutor stays is like very secure, massive structure. Like it's a maze. Did you literally draw a map?
No, but the basics are in my head.
Okay.
And did you ever see that wonderful movie Ex Machina?
No.
Oh, it's so good. But yeah, this guy has a fortress research facility of a house. But yeah, he's some trillionaire techie guy, and like that had some influence on it. Yeah, but yeah, Ex Machina, fantastic, underrated movie. I'll send you a
Ex
link some.
Machina?
Yeah,
I think I told you this too. I watched Poor Things and I immediately thought of your book. It's based on like a 1992 novel by Alistair Gray, and now it's a movie with Mark Gruffalo and Emma Stone. It's got a
okay. I,
mad scientist in it, Goodwin Baxter, and that whole "you're madman." That yeah, it's similar. It's very similar to me. I'm not.
cool,
I
because
don't want to give anything away, but have you
I have
seen Poor
seen that.
Things?
I've heard of it, haven't seen the movie. And that's one thing I was very careful about, was to not watch any vampire movies. Not read. I didn't want to get influenced by anyone. And I really wanted to create a non-gothic, non-romantic, non-Victorian vampire novel. And that's why it takes place in China. The vampire is Chinese. And there's no records of vampires in China. They have zombies in China, but they don't have vampires.
Oh, okay. No
So I wanted to,
vampire sightings.
yeah, They're not in the history books. But dragons, on the other hand, exist in every culture,
Oh,
which I
yeah.
fascinating. South America, North America, Africa, Asia, Europe, they've all got dragons. Pre-Columbian times, like thousands of years back, we've always had these fire-breathing flying lizards.
Yeah, but who's the only fucking country who has one on their flag, mate? Wales.
I was going to say Wales. Yeah, I was good.
Yes. It's
Yeah,
on our flag. That is punk rock, mate.
yeah,
So cool.
yeah. I'm part Welsh myself. Yeah,
Oh
right
yeah?
on. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't can you speak any Welsh?
No, I can pretend. No, I can't.
Yeah, it's dying, sadly. The language is dying. Do you remember our English teacher in college? Not Dr. Arnovic, the other one.
Einbockel, Pratt.
Yes. Heinbockel?
Yeah, him and
He
I were pretty close.
he as far as I remember, he knew Anne Rice and he said she wrote all those books because her son was a hemophiliac,
Oh, I think he told me that.
right?
This is ringing loud bells. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. She wrote all those vampire books. What were the Vampire Lestat and then they made into movies. Yeah, she had loads of them.
Yeah, she published them like in the mid 70s, but then they got huge in the mid 90s. It took like 20 years for them to come off, and then they made the movie with Tom Cruise. And yeah, I honestly, I hate to admit it, I quite liked them. I was into it. Didn't turn me goth. I guess I'm more goth now than I ever was, but yeah, it didn't turn me goth. But I liked those, and I was like, I am not going to write that vampire book. I want
No.
something totally different. I want because I was going for pulp action.
Yeah, I think you hit it. Yeah, it's not like any of the Anne Rice vampire books. It isn't.
Yeah, there's no misanthropy. There's no woe is me. Like, yeah,
There's no
yeah, it
woes.
doesn't
It's action packed. Yours is
action
definitely
packed.
action packed.
Thank you. Yeah, I
Yeah,
tried.
yeah. Some
Yeah, totally sexist and write a book for men. Yeah, and of course, if women like it and read it, please do enjoy it. But yeah, I was like, because I think men authors are. I don't think we're dying off. Male authors, we're not dying off. We're just. I feel like they're being corralled and just yeah. It's. I wanted that. I want just
I like cars. Not particularly fond of guns, but I liked when you started talking about cars. I like fast cars.
yeah. I threw a Jaguar SS in there. Yeah, I threw in a pretty sweet Jaguar. But I don't. Did you know I worked for a British car magazine for about a year and a half?
No, talk to me.
Yeah, I was a layout director there. It was like my first real job after college.
Oh
And
yeah, in San Francisco.
no, he was well, yeah, Bay Area. He was based out of Altos, and it was a bi-monthly magazine, and I learned a lot. And I had basic Photoshop skills, English major, I could write. I had photography skills, and then yeah, I did that for a year and a half. And the guy, the owner, he just pretty much mentored me the whole way along. And it was 6 employees, 7 employees. But
Wow.
yeah, all about British cars and learn more about cars. And yeah, it was pretty sweet.
You ever watch Top Gear?
Yeah, I love it. The
Love it.
British.
The British version, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the other one's no thank you. I think there's a Chinese version now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, I love, and they're just offensive as can be. And that's what makes them more and more enjoyable. Yeah.
agree. What were you using, like cork to lay it out?
Woo, got it in one. Yep. Quark.
I was a pro in cork. Yeah, then InDesign. I'm a pro in that now. Photoshop too, dabbling in Dreamweaver as well.
Yeah, I remember that was in Menlo Park.
Yeah, I forget what that Click Weekly. It was like a gossip magazine about all the famous tech people. That didn't last long.
Yeah, there's Red Herring was out for a bit. Yeah, magazines just died.
Yeah,
And and I've always considered myself a writer. I finished one novel. I always had something I was working on, and I know a million people who call themselves writers who don't write. but this was the first one I really finished, like truly finished. Right when COVID freaking starts, which is just everybody and their mother became a writer when COVID came out. Like, oh, I don't have a job now. I'm stuck at home. Oh, I can perfect time to write my great American novel, my memoirs. Everyone's so interested in me. But yeah, it was the worst time to become a writer.
No, you also wrote skateography. Wasn't that around COVID?
Yeah, that, no lie, that 1 million words, 5,000 pages, and it and speak of the devil, the English professor you just brought up, Heinbachel, he told me every writer needs to write their autobiography first, because if they don't, they'll put themselves in every book they ever wrote. And
Oh,
my wife was pregnant. I'm having a son. I'm an old father. Yeah, I was 48 when he was born, something like that. Old
oh
dad.
shit,
I was,
really?
I was like, if I die young, I want my son to know who his father was. So I just did a no holds barred, like just self glorifying, hideous, disgusting, narcissistic autobiography. Um,
Well, that's
but
what
yeah,
autobiographies are. They're about yourself. I wouldn't.
yeah, it's kind of yucky, and
Yeah,
I don't have a Nobel Peace Prize. I don't.
I read that shit too. It wasn't shit. It was really, it was eye opening. Yeah, because I remember you like disappeared from college for a year. You were there and then you weren't. And then I read your skateography and I was like, oh, that's what you were doing.
I went to college way too young. I started college when I was 18, right after high school, which was just the dumbest move in the world for me because it was like, I'm free, open up the floodgates, go wild, and just no, I needed no. I wish I had started college when I was 25. I would have been a lot more academic, focused on my studies. I would have actually cared about my grades and my GPA, and it was just yeah, I think I went to college too young, and so I dropped out, moved to Omaha for a couple of years, worked as a dishwasher at Chuck E. Cheese, made no, yeah, for real,
I
punker.
know. Did
Yeah,
you
and
work at
then
like some pizza place doing
yeah,
the,
I went to
yeah,
Italian, and then I moved up to an Italian restaurant, which was awesome. Yeah, that was great. I could still make sausage and damn good spaghetti sauce. Yeah,
nice. Hey, that's
yeah,
it.
maybe cook.
That's good to know. I just remember, oh, the pig. And then your dog as well. I remember the animals in that book. The poor
Ugh,
pig, dude.
not my pig.
No, it
Yeah,
wasn't your pig, but you
yeah,
you seemed like the only one who gave a shit about that little pig.
yeah. Just oh, yeah, the pig, poor pig. Yeah, the dog, yeah, it's like, don't have an animal to make your life more interesting. No, you need a if they're life partners. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
right
shit
now
made me cry.
good. That's good writing then.
Yeah. I don't wanna talk too much about the book because I don't wanna give it away. But how much is it selling for on Amazon, dude? It's extortionate bloody price, isn't it?
No,
No.
no, free on Kindle, free 90 free on Kindle, $87 for the hardbound edition. But the soft cover, I've lowered the price to $14. So that's like Starbucks. That's like a muffin and a large latte at Starbucks, and maybe breath mints. But yeah, no, it's cheaper than breath mints, a large latte, and a muffin at Starbucks. Yeah, the
Yeah.
paperback's $15.
There you go, paperback. Yeah, The Vampire, the Tutor, and the Madman by Josh Douglas. You didn't use your birth full name, but no one calls you Joshua.
Only yeah, when my mom or my sister are mad at me. Joshua. Yeah,
Joshua.
yeah, a
And
little higher.
I definitely love your the photo of you on the back. That's
That's me in the water in Uruguay
sweet.
in a rainstorm. Yeah. I left the States as soon as Trump got elected.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
I
was
know a
just
few people who did.
like, "All right, King Nero's here, Emperor Nero's in power, it's time to evacuate the building," and I went Chile, Uruguay, Beijing, and Taiwan was a complete accident. I didn't even plan to come here.
Why isn't your wife from Taiwan?
She is now. No, she is. Yeah, my wife's Taiwanese.
Yeah. Didn't you meet in the Bay Area though?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
So you were never planning to to go to
no,
Taiwan?
no. Taiwan was an accident. I came to visit Taiwan. I went to junior high school in Japan. So I spent like 3 years of my life in Japan, and then I got to Taiwan. I was like, wow, this is like a mix between Japan and China. It feels more Japanese here than Chinese. Don't tell them I said that. But yeah, it's like Japan's wonderful, but you don't want to work there.
Oh, they just demand a lot of you.
Yeah, you'd be working at minimum 55 hours a week, wearing a suit, no air conditioning. Your boss always complaining you're lazy, you don't work hard enough. Um,
They have high suicide rate in Japan.
yeah, they work themselves to death. And there's yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of blatant racism in Japan. There like you'll see hotels and restaurants. It's like no foreigners allowed.
Oh,
No Koreans allowed. No Israelis allowed. No Russian.
really?
Yeah, and it's not illegal there. It's just yeah, it can get a bit blatant.
Yeah, that is
And
blatant.
I love Japan, but I don't want to work there. I don't want to live there. And yeah, I lived there for 3 years, but I was like 15, like I was like 13 to 16, which was a wonderful time to live there. But yeah, Taiwan is there's like I haven't felt any racism here. I think it's the best country in Asia to be a woman.
They're down with the LGBTQ crowd too, right?
First, if not the only Asian country to legalize gay marriage. Nobody cares. Nobody cares I have tattoos. Nobody cares if you're gay. Nobody cares if you're a woman. Yeah. And another interesting thing is there's no jobs here I haven't seen women doing. Like I've seen women garbage truck drivers, I've seen female taxi drivers, I've seen female construction workers here, female road workers, like I've never seen a female garbage woman in the United States. I'm sure there is one. And then like construction crews here are like probably 10% women.
Oh, really?
Maybe five, maybe 6.9%. But you see women in construction jobs here, like you'd probably never see in the States.
Doesn't Taiwan produce some of the, well, top of the line semiconductors, especially for Apple?
They make everything China can't, and they make everything that would be too expensive for the United States to make. So like your basic cell phone is about 30% Taiwanese.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're making the semiconductors, they're making the big chips. Like it gets pretty high tech here. And yeah, it's a trip. I mean, I'm coming from San Francisco, Palo Alto. I see, and people here aren't so much nouveau riche, show off rich, but you see Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, Bentleys, like daily.
Wow.
Yeah, there's money here. I think they've got the fastest growing rate of millionaires in the world in Taiwan.
I mean, I know the GDP is like richer than France.
There's poor people like everywhere in the world, but there's no bad neighborhoods. Like any a woman, a 16-year-old girl could walk around just fine anywhere in Taiwan around 2:30 in the morning.
Love it.
Yeah, it's like I've heard it's got the second lowest crime in the world, first being Iceland. And like here you go to Starbucks, people leave their cell phone and wallet or their cell phone and purse on the table as a way of saying this seat is occupied. I'm in the bathroom right now.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, like you could park a $5,000 bicycle right in front of 7-Eleven, walk in for 20 minutes, come out, it'll still be there.
Why do you think that is? It's just in your in the culture, you don't steal? Or is there a healthy I mean, are people really poor there? There's a healthy middle class,
There's
healthy
no poverty.
there's no poverty.
There's no poverty. You don't nothing like the States. There's no ghettos here. There's no bad neighborhoods. But I think part of the reason is it's so family based here. Like, oh, if I was caught being a thief, my parents would be very ashamed. And then there's part of it is there's cameras everywhere. And then also the religion here, there's heavy belief in karma. You do something bad will happen. There's a lot of karma here. And they're extremely superstitious. I've never been anywhere that's more superstitious.
Well, that
It just
shit's working out. Yeah, America needs to believe in something. People are losing touch. Well, the whole West, I feel. There seems to be an uprising in at least younger men going to church, becoming Christians, like a little bit of an increase. But like, I don't know. That's you gotta believe in something. I like that karma. That's good. Yeah, if I do this, it's gonna come back to me.
yeah, that's how it should be. It's like here, okay, someone loses if there's a $5 bill on the ground, nobody picks it up. And then someone will pick it up and they'll take it to the police station. They'll walk 6 blocks to a police station.
Shut the
Oh,
front door.
I found this money on the street. And like, okay, where was it found? Okay, give us your name. And then if in 3 months, if nobody claims the money, it's yours. And I'm telling my students here, I'm like, dude, United States, you find $5 on the ground, it's your lucky day. It's a gift from God. My mom will take $5. I think I'm a good person, but if I find a wallet and it's got an ID and credit card, yeah, I'll take it to the police or find a way to mail it back to the owner. And I've done that before, and I hope others have too. I'll try to return a wallet, but find $5 on the ground, that's mine. Here in
Yeah,
Taiwan, that's considered stealing. That's sinful. It's wrong. It's not yours. Don't touch it.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to move there. Like, what's the immigration policy?
Anybody could teach English. If you have you're a college grad and then you get your TEFL certificate. And I'd like to see that. I'd like more Westerners to move here because yeah, we need more culture. I think they want people moving here because they've got a big negative population growth, and we've got a lot of Southeast Asians working here in the factories. And there's a lot of farming here too, and it's weird. All the farmers you see are like in their 80s. You don't meet young people who are like, I'm gonna be a farmer.
80-year-old farmers? That's bloody hard work.
This country's like 75% elderly. Yeah, 'cause the baby boomers here, it was like they'd all have 6, 7, 8, 9 brothers and sisters. Yeah, so there's major negative population growth here. Not quite as bad as Japan, but it's an issue.
Who else do we know that lives abroad?
I just talked to Scotty. Scotty says hi.
Oh, I was going to ask you if you'd chatted to him. Yeah, the hubby and I saw him about 8 years ago now in New York.
He's in Colombia, Medellin. And then Bob was in New Zealand for a while. Bob and I are still really good friends. That guy saved my freaking life. Totally saved my life. Bob, yeah, I won't say his last name because he's kind of secretive and shy, but you know who I'm talking about.
Dude, Bob and his Ultra Nectar stickers. I'd see him everywhere.
I was skateboarding way up until I was in my 40s. Started skating when I was probably 12, but yeah, skateboarding was my entire life as well as it should be. But I was going down a hill, hit a pothole, broke my femur, completely destroyed my knee, ACL, MCL, meniscus. I saw the bottom of my foot,
Oh,
meaning like the leg was bent this way all the way up, like breaking up a chicken wing. And I look down and can see the sole of my foot resting right by my hip. So I had major knee surgery. I couldn't walk for 8 months. Like I was on crutches for like almost a
you were
year.
depressed. You were depressed.
Yeah, depressed is an understatement. Like skateboarding was over, and then Bob got me into the Dolphin Club, which is San Francisco, bottom of Hyde Street, aquatic park, beginning of Fisherman's Wharf, where you see those crazy fuckers swimming in the bay. And I'm like, no, what, I'm not swimming in the freaking bay, dude. It's like 49 degrees. And he's like, he got me into it. And I just started swimming and swimming and swimming and swimming. Cold water swimming freaking saved my life. So yeah, I'd say Bob saved my life for that.
Love it.
But yeah, that just
Did they say like I do some of these cold plunges now and again? Like, is it an I'm waiting for the endorphin rush. Like, it's
it,
not
ev-
happening.
your body, what I've heard, your body thinks it's dying. So it releases some very happy endorphins. Yeah, I loved it. But you have to build up a tolerance, like 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 20 minutes. And then within a year, I was swimming like 2 hours a day.
Oh shit! Like without any like wetsuit or whatever
Yeah,
on.
we call those guys condoms. They get heckled. Yeah, if you're swimming with a wetsuit on, I mean, surf with a wetsuit, please, dude. But yeah, like cold water swimming, hence the name cold water
Right.
swimming. You want a wetsuit, you're a poser. And no, I'm not into triathlons or Ironman or what's the other heavy fitness stuff. But yeah,
Good for you. No, you only a skater could do that though, because you're just that's a gnarly. I admire skateboarders. I think that's the first time I met you skating around Menlo. I was like, "Who's that dude? He's cool." But I
yeah,
mean, you gotta have, but you gotta have grit and determination to get in that cold water. That's a bloody good workout, full body workout.
oh, the calorie burn is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was slim good body for yeah, I was looking Abercrombie and Fitch model for a minute. Yeah, I got fit. Yeah, like
I
just
think
burn.
I, yeah, I think I saw you on the tail end of that, and then I moved to New York. I think you were pretty down and out last time I kind of saw you in the Bay Area. I'm glad Bob got you into that, dude.
Yeah, no, everybody goes down and out. You're supposed to. Yeah, I think you should.
Yeah. Fuck, I could not afford living in Redwood City, man. I was like, what? There's no future. And then I moved to New York. Yeah, that made sense.
Yeah, I had a one, no, not even one bedroom. I had a studio in the Tenderloin, and I was like 3,000 US dollars a month. No view in the Tenderloin. Everybody knows what the Tenderloin is now.
Yeah.
People in Zimbabwe have heard of the Tenderloin, but yeah, it was 3 grand a month living in the Tenderloin, stepping over human poop all day long, and it's like, and I was making okay money teaching. I was an English teacher there, but it seemed like 97% of my money went to rent.
Yeah, exactly.
And I had a hookup. My friend worked for an apartment building, and he got me the place like pre-listed, whatever. And yeah, but still, yeah, it's just insane. And then I lived in Oakland for a long time. Loved it. I spent 10 years in Oakland. Oakland's great. No, don't move to Oakland. It's horrible. You'll get killed. Yeah, I loved Oakland. There was like no hipsters, and the hipsters they wore gray. Like they knew to tone it down a little bit. But yeah, I just loved Oakland. It was everything about it was awesome. I never had any problems, no trouble, nothing.
I think
And
it's changed a lot now. How long have you
I
been in Taiwan?
8 years.
8 years. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, time flies. And no, my Chinese is horrible. It like it's I can get around basic Chinese. Dou xiao shan. Like I can sort of speak it, but my pronunciation's awful. It's the hardest language to learn. My Spanish is pretty good. I can speak some Japanese. I can pronounce Arabic better than I can pronounce Chinese. But yeah, but everyone here's educated. Almost everyone here speaks English.
Well, that's convenient.
Yeah, it's almost too convenient.
How's your son's English?
Really good. His Chinese is better. He's got quite a potty mouth on him. And yeah, I taught him the whole shut the front door thing. And like you said that earlier, I was like, oh yeah, I taught that to my son, and he's 6. But yeah, and yeah, I still wake up some days. I'm like, holy shit, I'm a father. Oh my God, I'm a dad.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm like, I'm a mom. My daughter's 10. Oh, my daughter wanted to ask you, did bubble tea come from Taiwan?
Yes, it did.
Yeah. Booby
Yeah,
tea, we call it.
yeah, yeah.
Sh
Boba tea is very Taiwanese.
Yeah, she loves it. American kids love that.
Taiwan's a new country. People have been living here about 5,000 years. There's about 30 different indigenous Aboriginal tribes. Some of them are actually Maori.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then most of them came from the Philippines about 5,000 years ago, but people didn't really start coming here from China until about 200 years ago. So an old building here would be like 100 years old. Really old would be like 150 years old. Yeah, so it's a fairly new country. And then you
Oh,
go to China, things are 6,000 years old. You know, China's as old as a kid.
yeah, you've traveled, man. I've been to Colombia, Thailand, India, Cambodia. That was a trip. Angkor Wat.
Yeah,
Lots of amputated arms and legs.
what were you doing in Cambodia?
Just seeing the sights.
Okay. Yeah, they got a
Yeah.
lot of landmines.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, we bomb I think we dropped more bombs in Cambodia than we did in all of World War II. We being United States. Yeah, Cambodia is a trip. I have not been there, but
Yeah, I spent a Christmas there one year.
yeah, Angkor Wat's high on my list. I think my next big trip, I really want to go to Peru
Yeah.
and Lake Titicaca, just because of the name itself. Yeah, I really want to go to Lake Titicaca, and the islands runs on it. There's like papyrus boats that are identical to the papyrus boats in Egypt, which is a strong argument people use for um, the God damn it, what Atlantis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Atlantis.
and I love going down loopholes carefully, rabbit holes very carefully. But yeah, Atlantis.
The city under the sea?
Yeah, stuff like that. That's the type of crap I want to write about. Just like bad action, campy pulp writing. Yeah, that could be an idea for something else. Like did you know they found cocaine? They did a DNA drug test on King Tut, and they found cocaine in his system.
Nice.
And to this day, cocaine only comes from the Andes.
Cocaine.
Yeah, but
I
yeah,
did not know that. I know honey, they've found edible honey still in some tombs. Like honey never goes off. I would have thought cocaine spoils for some reason. I don't
no,
know.
no, no, they did a DNA, they did a drug test, like a hair sample DNA drug test.
Oh.
Tut. And then they found hash, they found weed, like all the things you'd expect to find, but then they found coke in a system. They're like, how did they get that from South America?
Hmm.
Yeah, and then Lake Titicaca has identical papyrus reed boats like the Egyptian had.
Fascinating.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
man, look
Peru.
at you. You were born to be a writer. You're all, into this. Well, you're so good at history and unusual facts.
Yeah, I just love useless knowledge.
No, that's useful.
No, useless knowledge. But yeah, did you know I was a zookeeper for a minute?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
That was awesome. And like that was like when I was a child, my dream was to be a zookeeper. My mom was a docent at a zoo, so I'd go tag along with her sometimes, and I'd get to go to the zoo in the off season. I'm always into animals. And then I finally lived my dream, became a zookeeper. I wasn't great at it. Some in some ways I was good at it, but 90% of the job is picking up poo poo.
I
Yeah.
bet. You're
Yeah.
cleaning up after them. The
And it
elephant
wasn't.
shit being the biggest.
Oh, we had to use grain shovels, and it was like 75-pound turds.
What turd smelled the worst?
Monkey. Monkeys are the filthiest, dirtiest, nastiest, like anything primate, human related, or just the dirtiest. Yeah, anything resembling a human is the most disgusting, horrible. And then like warthogs, wonderful. They always poo in the same place, nice and organized. And then camel poop smells good. I love the smell of camel poop. I like the smell of horse poop. I like the smell of cow poop. Deer poop doesn't even have a smell, but yeah, I love the smell of camel poop. It smelled like really fancy pipe tobacco.
Nice. Cow
Lavender.
poop's all right as well.
It's fine. Because they're ruminators. They got four
Yeah.
stomachs.
Yeah, I remember in India, Yeah, they use cow poop for fuel, you know.
But yeah, monkeys poop everywhere, and you'll find monkey poop in places you don't think you could ever get fecal matter.
Ew.
And I'd come home from the zoo. I'd have a garbage bag pre-laid out right on my doormat. I'd walk in my front door, take everything off, straight into the garbage bag, tie it up tight, straight to the laundry. No, shower first, big, huge shower. Then that garbage bag with my zookeeper clothes straight to the laundry, washed immediately. Like fleas. Oh, don't get me started. But yeah, it's a dirty, dirty, dirty job. It wasn't depressing. I didn't see them like prisoners. Like they're more like ambassadors to their species. And I worked at a really nice zoo. It's like one of the few PETA approved zoos in the world.
What zoo's this? San Francisco or?
They won't. I don't think they'd want me to say.
Okay. It was in
But
the Bay Area, let's say that. And when was
it,
this? Like early 2000s out of college?
and then this was when, yeah, this would be 2008 because the market crashed. I got laid off. I was a landscaper for 10 years, and then freaking couldn't find a job anywhere. I'm like applying to jobs at Kinko's. Like I'm just like I was desperate. It was really depressing. It was a tough time. And then I had the brilliant idea to just volunteer at the zoo. And I'd been a landscaper for 10 years, 12 years. So I knew what heavy work was. I knew how to use a shovel. And so I got sort of I started out as a volunteer, busted ass. And they're like, dude, this guy can freaking work. And I used to be strong, believe it or not. So I worked really hard. They were impressed, moved on to a paid internship,
How long did you last at the zoo?
2 or 3 years. And then became a landscaper there, working on grounds. And yeah, because with my landscape skills, I started because I knew how to fix pipes and do irrigation. I knew how to plant stuff. I knew how to dig drains. But you'd have like 20 bosses.
20 bosses. Talk about
Yeah. Yeah.
micromanagement.
Yeah. So you'd have 20 bosses telling you to do 60 different things, 500 different ways. And it's like, who am I working for? But yeah, it was my least favorite job.
There's something about working outside.
That was wonderful. And that's what and I had the keys, literally. I had the keys. I'd be the first guy at the zoo. I'd show up there like 5:15 in the morning, unlock the front gate with my keys. I'd have the zoo to myself for about 2 hours in the morning. I'd just driving around in an electric car saying hi to my
Beautiful. Look at
yeah,
that. You fulfilled your childhood dream.
fulfilled the childhood dream and then became a teacher.
How long have you been teaching?
12 years.
12 years.
Yeah, and I'm in the groove. I love it.
And you're teaching English to
Yeah.
Taiwanese students?
And I taught English in San Francisco for 5 years. And unlike zookeeping, I was good at zookeeping. Like I think I was good at it. Like it just clicked for me. And you're just on a stage talking all the time. It's all about you. It's like, hey, it's the Josh show, you know.
Tutored, I probably will get back into it, but that for me was the exhausting part. Like I kind of understand how people on Broadway, like how can you're doing two shows? There's not like, oh, let me check my phone like a desk job, or let me just, piss about on the computer for 10 minutes. No, you are on. You're there, you're present.
Yeah, for teachers, it's like 25 hours a week is a pretty full schedule. Because there's no way you can teach 40 hours a week. Like, because you're up there doing your thing. But it was great for writing because I learned all my grammar teaching. Because in the United States, they don't teach grammar anymore. And so I had to learn grammar along with my students. My first year was really hard. And yeah, now I've got a decent grasp of English grammar. I always knew I'd be a writer. I always wanted to be a writer. I started reading pretty young. But yeah, you remember back in college, I was probably one of the few guys in school with an actual bookshelf.
Yeah, in your dorm room.
Yeah, back then I would read stuff to look smart and feel smart and pseudo intellectual bullshit. And now I'm reading what I want to read and I'm writing what I want to write. Like I think when I was younger, I was trying to impress people, impress myself, and feel smart, and it's an ego stroke. And then as you get older, you quit caring.
Yeah, that is a good thing about getting older.
and I don't care what I wear. Like full on, I'll rock the fanny pack, sandals, cargo shorts. Like, oh, this shirt's comfortable. But yeah, when you're young, you're so self conscious and self absorbed. It's just disgusting.
Yeah,
But
I couldn't imagine being like a teenager in this era. The whole
yeah,
social media.
but yeah, that's one thing about my son. He's 6. He's never touched an iPad.
Yeah, keep it that way for as long as you can.
He gets about 1 hour of TV time a week. A week. I
Wow.
went all Captain Fantastic with him. I gave him a knife when he was 3. Yeah, I think he's got an advantage, not a disadvantage. But yeah, I see kids sitting in restaurants looking at their parents' phones. It's not just in Taiwan, it's all over the world. Just these like cell phone, iPad zombie children. Yeah, we took a family road trip last summer. He doesn't have an iPad. He's looking out the window, asking questions, looking at the real world. Yeah, yeah, I worry about kids today. And like even the teenagers today, they've got like zero social skills. They can barely make eye contact.
Yeah, the whole eye contact. Ooh, that's a big one.
I make my kid talk to adults every day. Like we go to a store and it's like, hey, you want Pokemon cards? Okay, you got to ask the guy if he has Pokemon cards. Like, yeah, so yeah, we're so different. I didn't see the internet till I was in college. I think it was like 93 was the first time I saw the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, oh, what's his name? Sabin. He said, "Tell everyone you know to invest in Facebook." I was like, "Oh, fuck that shit." I don't want to get on there. I got on there. I'm like, I don't care. Who cares? And yeah, he retired at like, well, let's just say he's living in Saratoga Springs and he's doing really well for himself.
Yeah, because yeah, it was a wild time because we were growing up in, well, not growing up, but just going to college in Silicon Valley, and there were like local names that are now international
That
names.
area and era produced the founders of Netflix, Yahoo, and PayPal, or at least the co-founders. I feel like such an
Yeah, it's such a
underachiever.
trip. Yeah, we were in the heart of Silicon Valley, and now they're all old. But yeah, it's so crazy getting old. I feel 27. Like my brain, like
Yeah,
I
me too.
barely a freaking an adult right now. Like I'm just almost an adult.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like mentally I'm 27. But yeah, we're both 50 now. Like I'm 53, you're 50, right? 51. 50?
50.
When we were kids, 50-year-olds were like haggard old people.
Were they?
Totally. Yeah.
I
But
feel like
yeah,
I should have my life a bit more sorted out.
our grandparents were like married and owning homes when they were like 23.
Yeah.
And our parents were like married, owning homes when they were like in their early 30s.
That was a goal of mine and I did reach it. At 30, I did move to Florida, by the way, and I'm like, at 30 I need to own a home.
That's rad. Okay. Oh, I got to. How did the hipster burn his mouth?
How did the hipster burn his mouth?
He ate his pizza before it was cool.
Did you
Yeah.
make that one up?
No, and I don't know where I heard that, but I
That's a
heard that
good one.
like years ago. But yeah, I wanted to get you a good riddle, not too filthy. But
That's way too clean. Oh, did you know? I don't know why I just thought of this. You introduced me to Mazzy Star.
oh yeah, yeah. Hope Sandoval is her name.
Yes.
My music tastes have really opened up now that I'm older. When you knew me, it was punk rock, rap, and hip hop, and everything else sucks. And then I was into alternative music, whatever you want to call it, grunge. Yeah, of course, Nirvana, Screaming Trees. Yeah, but now I'm listening to stuff I would have hated when I was younger.
We've got like 8 minutes left. You spent some time in Japan. I want to talk about your experience like skating in Japan.
Started skating in Omaha, and then I was in summer camp, and my father called me, and I never got phone calls at summer camp. Not just me, no, none of us did. So it was like a big deal. So I thought maybe my grandmother died or something. He's like, Josh, got 2 job offers. One is in Cote d'Ivoire, the Ivory Coast, West Africa. The other job offer is Tokyo. Your mother and I, we want to move to both. Both of them sound great. we're going to give you 24 hours. We'll call you back in 24 hours and you decide which one you want to move to. So my dad called me back the next day and I'm like, Japan. And he's like, why'd you choose Japan? I'm skateboarding. Yeah. And so, yeah, I moved to Japan seventh grade. I think I was a elderly 12-year-old. Yeah. Lived in Japan for 3 years. And then before that, we lived in Saudi Arabia.
What did your
Before
dad
that,
do that you went to all these places?
CIA operator. Now, my dad was an architect. So,
Was it
yeah,
what?
my dad was an architect.
Oh, and he went all over the world?
Yeah. So I was like Borneo. I lived in London when I was like two. I don't even remember it. But yeah, we lived in Borneo, which Indonesia, then Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, and then Tokyo. And then my parents, when I was in college, my parents lived in Germany, Heidelberg, which is just lovely, very quaint. Back in college, I just didn't really identify with the, I don't want to say white kids because that's racist, but I didn't really identify with the white kids. It's just like, hey, bro, you want to go play volleyball? It's just like, no, dude, I don't. And yeah, like all my friends, you saw my group of friends. It was like Brazilian Alex, Sanjeev, Hong Kong Indian, like just, yeah, I just, the Hawaiians were awesome. Love those guys. But yeah, but I think you call me an international kid is what the terminology is. And then
Yeah,
people always ask me like, "Oh, is your dad military?" I'm like, "No, he was an architect."
yeah. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
that same way as you. Like, yeah, my friends they're not American. Ukrainian, Filipino, German, Yeah, there's something about it. Maybe it's just having traveled and seen a bit more of the world is just a
Japan was I moved there 86, 87, and it's like Blade Runner. It's really futuristic, especially coming from Omaha, Nebraska, and
yeah.
you're suddenly like probably the largest city in the world, that or Mexico City. But yeah, Tokyo's Tokyo. And when people travel to Japan, I always advise them go to Tokyo like 3 or 4 days and then get out of Tokyo. Go. You need to go to like small mountain towns or seaside towns. Like if you want to see real Japan, don't go to Tokyo. It's the same when people are like, I'm going to America. I'm like, where are you going? Oh, New York, Los Angeles. It's like, no, that's New York and that's Los Angeles. That's not
Yeah.
America. Same thing with Tokyo. Tokyo is Tokyo. But yeah, I went to school in Yokohama, lived in Tokyo. Uh, oh, you'd like this. I went to this record store in Tokyo and it was like 7 stories. It might have been Tower Records actually. I went to a Tower
Nice.
Tokyo and got it. I got it. And I heard this music and it was Mars. Is it pump up the volume? Dance, dance,
Pump
dance.
up the jams. Pump it up a little bit more.
Oh no, 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 no. No,
Pump.
it's not that.
No, it wasn't.
Mars.
Mars.
Pump up the volume. But it wasn't it wasn't the one you're singing. It was a
Oh,
different. I got the bass line in my head, but I'm not a musician. But yeah, look it up, Mars. And it was like the first time I'd heard like techno house. And I was like, this is the future. Yeah, Tokyo was like really futuristic. Yeah, no, I like Japan, love the food, just don't want to work there. Taiwan's a lot more easygoing. It's really casual here. Like I've been to weddings in Taiwan and people are showing up in flip-flops, like nylon gym shorts and tank tops.
all right. We're coming to the end of our little chat, dude. I ask all my guests at the end of the conversation, what music moves you? What are you listening to?
Minor Threat, Black Flag, Joy Division, Johnny Cash, new stuff. I like Viagra Boys, Coulter Wall. He's really good. That's
Yeah, I like him too.
Coulter Wall's awesome. I like the
Yeah.
Viagra Boys. KYB, Black Marble. Like yeah, writing my books really turned me on to some other stuff. A lot
Check
of
out
Joy Division.
Fontaine's DC.
Yeah, my buddy in Uruguay is always sending me Fontaine's DC.
Fucking love him. I saw him live.
Yeah, they're good. But yeah, I spent like 3 months in Uruguay just rock and rolling, just partying.
I just want to thank you so much for your time. So good to see you. I love you, man. Mwah.
We'll keep in touch. Peace.